Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds.
Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. This is Rob. This video, we're gonna talk Godzilla. Yes, this week was Godzilla's birthday on Monday, and I know a lot of people were like, Rob, you haven't done a video on Godzilla. It's his birthday. What are you doing? Hey, busy man this week. Busy man, had a lot of things going on this week in my personal life. That's good stuff, and I'm very excited about it. But I'm off today. I'm off, and I got a lot of videos planned. So before I even get into any other ones, I definitely have to address Big G's birthday. 60 years of destruction, 60 years of the king, 60 years of people just geeking out. And, you know, it's amazing when a fictional character has the longevity in his career that some regular, real people actors don't even have. And it's kind of funny when you think about that. You know, he's been such an influence on the monster / kaiju genre. I mean, when you really think about it, you know, we wouldn't have gotten films like Cloverfield. We may not have gotten films like Pacific Rim. You know, we may not have gotten those films if it wasn't for Godzilla. And we may not have gotten other creatures as well. I mean, when you think about it, you know, it started with Godzilla and then it manifested into so many other different creatures. And you kind of wonder if Toho had never, you know, even come up with the idea of Godzilla, would we have gotten some of the other kaiju that we know and love today? And that's what makes him so special, is because he's had such a big influence on so many different things, on so many different levels, and not only in the genre in and of itself, but even in people. You know how many people love to, you know, do their own films now. I mean, Godzilla Battle Royale, which I did a review for a couple of months back, by Billy DuBose, just recently came out, and a lot of people are enjoying that. It's a lot of fun, and people love to write about kaiju. There's tons of people on the Nation Facebook page that are writing kaiju books and are heavily inspired by Godzilla. And you wouldn't get all these wonderful things if it wasn't for this guy. So, and maybe you would have. I mean, some people can argue, all right, well, we would have had this kaiju, we would have had that kaiju. I just don't know if it would have had the same impact. You know, the thing about Godzilla that makes him special is not only when you look back at the original film, the message it sends in terms of nuclear warfare and the atomic bomb and the age of, you know, nuclear technology, you know, but his look is very unique. It's very unique, but it's also very similar to, you know, a T-Rex, you know, short arms, legs, stands upright. But, you know, you got the dorsal fins. He's ginormous. The roar is just iconic. I mean, that's just the most unique roar in the world. And the atomic breath, it's just such a unique character. And it just has such an effect on you when you see it for the first time. And it's amazing for me, as someone who's been watching Godzilla for 33 years, it's amazing to see how much of an influence he's had on even today's youth. You know, a lot of people, you know, a lot of you young guys love Godzilla, and obviously some of you were introduced to the more recent ones, the more common ones, you know, from the last couple of years. But I mean, when you go back so many years, 1954, and you see all the movies throughout the years, some obviously very cheesy and some were downright bad, but there were gems in there. You know, obviously 1954, 1984. You know, even some of the verses, Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla, Godzilla versus Ghidorah, or Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster, the first time he got introduced, Godzilla versus Gigan, the Smog. I mean, there's some really good movies in there that are a lot of fun to watch, have pretty decent stories, pretty good characters, and they're just cheesy goodness, like I always say. And it's wonderful to see where he is now. It's wonderful. You know, one of the things I've enjoyed most about doing YouTube is the fact that I have met so many Godzilla fans. And it's a good feeling, and I know I've said this before, but I'm going to reiterate it here because it's his birthday, but it's a great feeling to see that, you know, sometimes when you grow up a Godzilla fan, a lot of times you end up, 9 times out of 10, end up being the only Godzilla fan amongst your group. It's almost like all the Godzilla fans in the world are just spread out. You know what I mean? We're just not all close enough to really kind of, I mean, could you imagine if, like, the whole nation went to see the Godzilla movie together? I mean, seriously, that just would have been crazy. We would have filled like what, 5, 6 theaters. So I mean, well, maybe not 5 or 6, but 3 or 4, depends. And yeah, and that's a lot of fun. That's a lot of fun. So obviously, sometimes things you can get beaten to death, okay, but at the same time, it's still, even for me, it's hard not to talk about it sometimes because it's just a lot of fun. You know, I was watching the movies the other night, and I'm just sitting there, and I'm, you know, watching 2014, and I watched 85, and I watched 54, and I'm like, man, this is such good shit. And it's just nice to know that it's not over. It's not over. It's not even close to over. I mean, we're getting the sequel in 2018, and obviously, as much as I'm like, yeah, we talk about it a lot. Here I am doing a fucking 4.5-year marathon or 3+ year marathon on the show, on the movie, because I just love the character that much. I'm so psyched about the fact that he's made such a successful return. I'm so psyched about the fact that he's getting his own trilogy. It's just a wonderful feeling when you, and maybe not, and some people can relate to where I'm coming from, but when you're a young kid watching this back in the 70s, and as you grow up, and there was that stint where I just couldn't watch it anymore because the internet had just got introduced, websites were very new, there was no way to import some of these movies. And as far as I knew, up until I finally saw Godzilla vs. Biollante on cable, and I believe it was on Cinemax, I thought it was over. I thought after 85, that was it. And maybe that's why when I watched the movie as a kid, the 1985 movie, when he's falling into the volcano, I'm crying because multiple reasons. Number one, he's falling into a volcano. There's my hero, my favorite character falling into a volcano. Number two, and I thought that was it. I thought that's it. Godzilla's done. It's finished. I'm not going to be able to watch a new Godzilla movie for the rest of my life. Until finally, once the internet hit steam and I realized that these things were existing, and then finally things started getting imported, and I finally was able to start seeing some of these other Japanese Godzilla movies, and it's just been great, and it's been a lot of fun. And then obviously 98 was a bit of a letdown, but 98 I think served a lot of purpose. I think without 98, there's no guarantee if we would have gotten anything else after that. And then we got the Millennium series, which it's not my favorite series out of all three eras, but it's got some fun movies. And then we got 2014, which was a very, very good movie, a very good introduction to Godzilla for the general audience. It's not for the hardcore fans. Even Gareth said it was never for the hardcore fans. It was for the general audiences. That's what all these movies go for now. That's why, in geek culture, you have these hardcore fans that either love when they see something they love on screen, or they hate it because it's not made for them. It's not in the way they want to see it. And the reason it's not like that is because it's to bring in a general audience. As much as I would have loved to have seen a Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2014, I'm not quite sure that movie would have made $560+ million. So, I'm for it. I'm for the change. And now, even with that, we're getting Ghidorah, Mothra, and Rodan. So you can't go wrong. It's just been a great 60-year career for him, and it's almost funny because this guy's not real. Thank God. But he's not real. But regardless of the fact that he's not real, Big G, happy birthday. From the bottom of my heart, you've just brought me some great entertainment throughout almost my whole life. And I'm looking forward to more wonderful films by the legendary crew and Gareth Edwards. And it's just, happy birthday, man. What else can you say? It's a fun character, and a lot of people love him. It's hard to hate Godzilla. Even if you think he's cheesy, it's hard to hate the character. And this show goes to show how influential he is on many people around the world, because like I said in the beginning of this video, only this fictional character can have a career as long as he's had, longer than some people. So anyway, guys, that's it for this video. This is Rob signing off for ETN, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Take it easy.
Thank you for watching ETN. Don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe. Join the nation's Facebook page to meet other subscribers, or visit ETN's Facebook page and Twitter page. Links for all are in the description.
Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds.
Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. This is Rob. This video, we're gonna talk Godzilla. Yes, this week was Godzilla's birthday on Monday, and I know a lot of people were like, Rob, you haven't done a video on Godzilla. It's his birthday. What are you doing? Hey, busy man this week. Busy man, had a lot of things going on this week in my personal life. That's good stuff, and I'm very excited about it. But I'm off today. I'm off, and I got a lot of videos planned, so before I even get into any other ones, I definitely have to address Big G's birthday. 60 years of destruction, 60 years of the king, 60 years of people just geeking out. And, it's amazing when a fictional character has the longevity in his career that some regular, real people actors don't even have. And it's kind of funny when you think about